Hello, welcome to the show. Thank you for your view. I appreciate you. I saw a XP farming method today that Gvid's posted up. So I want you to look down in the description. I'm including a link to the original video. Pause my video and go watch his video. And then when you're done watching his video, come back and we can analyze some numbers and see how this method works. I'll see you in a couple moments. Pause, go check it out. All right, welcome back. So this method here is over at Thieves Landing. And what's beautiful about it is, I hope you saw in Gvid's video, is you can avoid getting a wanted level, which is going to save you from getting a bounty in the new bounty system. And, you know, that's going to be valuable knowledge. I wanted to bring this to you. We want to examine some numbers here, too, to try and determine what kind of XPs can be gained doing this. Now, something that he was not doing in his video was he was running around on foot. You can see I'm mounted on my horse. I think that I would recommend definitely doing this mounted, because as you can see, for every kill that I'm getting, I get a Death Rider perk. So I get 5 for the kill, 5 for the headshot, 5 for the special ammo, and 5 for Death Rider. So I'm getting 20 points per kill on all these NPCs. And that racks up pretty fast. Okay, the first part of this video, unfortunately I didn't capture the amount of XP I started at. So you can see at the top, earnings for this period are not calculated. I will start calculating though in a short moment. As soon as I'm done looting these bodies, I'm going to have to equip my weapon. And when I do that, I'm going to see how much XP I have. And from that point on, we're going to start, well, not from that point on. We do get into some PvP too. And I will calculate for the first section of the video what we earn. Then I stop calculating for the PvP, and then I go back to calculating again for the second section. So as you can see on this first section, I earned 500 XP in 4 minutes and 51 seconds. That comes out to 6,186 XP per hour. That's pretty decent for a legit straight-up method. There's no exploit here. This is just legit. And that includes some looting. So, you know, there's an award for looting enemies. So you're getting work on your looting award, plus you're getting the loot, so you're making money off the loot. You pick up some jewelry and some tonics off the NPCs as well. I picked up some dynamite off these guys. You know, they have a pretty good loot table. There's a fence here, so you can't even really fill up on jewelry, because in between kills, you know, like at this moment, you can't sell to the fence at this very instance. But when things die down for a little while, you just walk over to the fence, sell the jewelry you got. So you have an unlimited pickup amount. Now, see, I notice I have some witnesses. And as Gvid's said in his video, you need to take these witnesses out or you're going to get the law on you. And he's absolutely right. I cut the video out before I get to that point, but I do get to a point where a witness gets away and I get the law on me. And I tell you, you're not earning very much XP if you're running from the law. You know, I don't want to kill him and rack a bounty up. You know, this method here, you don't need to rack a bounty up. You get the XP, so why would I get the law mad at me even further? So when I do get the law on me, I end up running off. But that's not in this video. We're not going to watch that. We're not going over that. That's the end of that. Anyhow, I do have one player come into town here on me. Of course, it's a kind of like a light purple dot. It's not a blue dot. It's not a red dot. And I decided to switch because since I'm doing headshots, I don't need a card that's going to increase my damage. But a card that will give me some health would be really nice. And what I'm doing is I'm hiding behind these wagons when I start getting hit. And in theory, that will bring the NPCs kind of over to me. And as they come around the wagon, I'm thinking I can shoot them. But right here, or no, it's not right here. It's a little later, I come around too far, and then when I turn around back and look, all the NPCs end up vanishing on me. So this is kind of a new method, and I won't be probably doing this a whole bunch, but I just wanted to bring it to you guys because some of you are looking for ways to earn XP. You know, with me at my current level, since there's not really anything else to unlock, the only thing I get for doing, you know, an XP farm would be a treasure map every 5 levels, and it takes me something like 10,000 XP to level up right now. So I'm not really trying to farm 50,000 XP just for a treasure map. I just kind of let it happen as it happens. But if you're still working on getting some unlocks so you can buy some pamphlets or some clothing or a horse, whatever, a gun, then this is actually a really good method. And as you can see, I'm trying to get those headshots as much as possible. So that's really important. That gives you an extra 5 XP, but there's also an award for getting headshots with each type of gun. So you want to, farm those awards as much as possible. And when they pop up to where you've gotten 1,000, you want to make sure you reset them. So that's when you'll get paid 0.2 gold, and then it resets it back to 0, and you get that XP farm all over again. You can go into your progress and look at all of your awards, and I recommend doing so every once in a while, looking and making sure that you didn't miss any that need reset, because it's good to have those reset. You don't want to be playing the game if you have awards you can be earning on. And something here is about the awards, that I've been discussing doing that glitch where you close the game down when you're hunting in order to fast travel back to a certain location. When you do that, that clears the award progress that you've made. So that's not something that I would consider doing here, because you're racking up so many kills that it's really counting quite a bit on the award. You don't want to clear that progress on the awards. So any core loss or any guns that need cleaned, you just have to eat that cost, because you're going to really want that progress on the awards here. There's even a looting enemy award, which I think I already mentioned earlier. But all those awards, they add up. And, if you're doing something for extended periods of time, then you don't want to glitch your progress and make it unsaved. You want to properly load out. And you can do that by going into your menu and selecting story and then exit game from story. And then it's going to ask you, do you want to save your game? And I don't know why it asked you that, because, okay, no, but here's the guy that, okay, I'm going to stop the clock. At this point, earnings for this period are no longer calculated. And I'm going to go into a little PvP mode here, because, this guy obviously needs to be kicked off the server on his own choice, or he needs to parlay so that he can't mess with me anymore. So I need to go into slippery bastard mode. He didn't kill me there. He hit me, and my health got low, and then an NPC killed me. So, I think he's over in Thieves Landing right now looking for me, because I spawned really far away. For some reason, I don't know why I spawned so far away. That happens a lot to me. I really don't understand. It's like I've parlayed him. I've spawned so far away. And I didn't even die from a player. That was an NPC kill. It's ridiculous. But I don't know. I killed this guy a handful of times. He had it coming to him. And he did shoot first at me in the Thieves Land. He definitely shot first. So don't think I'm griefing him at this point. This is his just desserts. I'm using Slippery Bastard here for anybody who doesn't know. That prevents him from being able to lock onto me, so that he has free aim. And then when I'm ready to fire, I turn it off so that I can use auto aim. And since he doesn't know when that's going to happen, it's kind of like a crapshoot for him to be able to get a lock on me while I do it. And then, of course, I'm using explosive ammo, because why wouldn't I? I'm like 170 is my level, or something. I've had it for almost half the time I've played this game. And if someone's going to come up on me and interrupt my grind session, I got no problem using explosive ammo on them. I mean, someone like this deserves to get griefed to the point where they can go find, maybe play Minecraft or something. I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about Minecraft, though. That's actually a pretty awesome game that you can build stuff inside that, I've seen some pretty awesome things on YouTube that have been built on Minecraft. So I'm back to the spot, done with the PvP. And just back to farming here. Oh, we're back. We're recording here. During this section, I make 768 XP in 9 minutes and 18 seconds, which comes out to 4,955 XP per hour. Now, if you were to kind of average those two hourly rates out, we'd be looking at somewhere around 5,600 XP per hour. That's not taking duration into consideration. If we were to weigh those XP earnings by, with duration as well, it would come out to a little less. So we could just call it, 5,500 XP per hour is about what we could say that you can expect to earn doing this method. And you might be able to push it up even a little higher. I don't know. Like, if anybody has any suggestions on what to do in order to increase earnings here, like get the NPCs to respawn faster, some sort of method like that, or maybe being on the horse isn't the thing to do. Maybe there's a location here that you can just constantly have them coming at you to where you're just shooting so fast that being on the horse is actually slowing you down. I don't know. This is a new method that I've seen, so I haven't really done a lot of testing. It takes a little bit of testing to really know all the ins and outs on the method. I'm on an Ardennes Warhorse, if anybody's curious about that. I'm using the Evans repeater, and I'm using split point ammunition. You can see me crafting on my horse. In case you didn't know, you can craft on your horse. You just have to get out your mortar and pestle, which you can buy at the general store or in the catalog, I believe. And then you just equip it from your menu or your item wheel and get to crafting. You can do ammunition. You can do some like horse meal, I think you can do. But it's mostly just ammunition and horse meal, I think. There's not a whole lot else. And I guess, like, if you want to say arrows aren't ammunition, but you can do arrows as well. Rockstar still hasn't fixed the bug in the game that prevents us from crafting more than around 35 rounds of split point, unfortunately. So after you craft about that many, you're just kind of stuck with what you got. Free roaming, going into the menu and free roaming, will let you load back in and craft more. But that's kind of like a sad thing to have to do. I wish they would fix that, because that actually is a bug that's kind of related to other things in the game too. Like if you go to the catalog and you just keep spamming buy on something, then eventually it will lock up and stop letting you buy as well. I had that happen when I was trying to buy ammunition. I was just spamming it and it locked up on me. I feel like there was one other instance that it was related to it too, but regardless, it should be fixed. It's like a quality of life issue for us players, and that's something that should be, in my opinion, at the top of the list. Is stuff that's quality of life. Like if it's something that makes a player like reload, then are you serious? Like, fix it. Like, I shouldn't have to reload in order to craft more split point. I bought the pamphlet. I should be able to just craft 500 of them if I want. I don't understand what the problem is there, Rockstar. Get it together. So I was looking around for some more guys to shoot, and I noticed there's a couple guys on the roof there. And a little bit, I'm going to take my horse back on the docks back there, because I think there might be a couple guys back there, but I only find 2. Oh no, I actually might have... Was I already back there? I don't think I've been back there yet. These could spawn a little faster, but I think you're definitely getting them faster than lawmen. But regardless, you're not paying a bounty, so that's a big bonus in itself. You can just walk away from this like right now. I could be like, okay, I'm done for the day, and just log out. I guess you could do that if the law's after you too. Looks like there was a player mission in the radar corner over there for a moment. So you can see these docks. There's often a lot of guys back here on these docks. I think that they had rushed out to the front to fight with me. That's why nobody's back here, but there were still a couple here. And I don't know if really I would recommend bringing the horse back here. That was kind of an awkward thing to do. But I really wanted to get those extra points, because, I'm trying to earn points and determine the kind of earnings we can get for this run. So I was like, I'm going to take the horse back there. And I'm looking over the fence there, and it appears to me that there's a couple people over there. I'm not really sure. It's hard to make out. But before I really start to worry about going in there after them, I noticed that I got more guys out here again. And that's a pretty decent spawn rate. I'm not time-lapsing this section of the video. That is all natural speed. So it goes pretty good. You know, we're cooking with fire here. If you're looking to earn some XP, you know, 5,000 XP per hour, down at the lower levels, you're making, you know, almost 2 levels an hour or something like that. I think like what, I don't even know. I'm pretty sure that I remember you being able to level up with something like 2,000 to 2,400 XP at some point, like early on. So if you're at that low of a level, you can come here and do this. The only card that's really benefiting right now for me is Never Without One, which is reducing the damage that I take. And then the card that, I think it's Cold Blooded, which increases health on kill. But there are other options. You can use tonics. You could eat some big game meat, you know, that has thyme in it, I think, for health. Or no, thyme is for Deadeye. Oregano's for health. I don't know. Whichever one's for health, eat that and get your health core up, and your health will regenerate better so that, you know, you don't really need that extra card. Now, your horse might be an issue, though. If you're at a lower level, your horse is probably not going to like going through this ordeal very much. So if you are a lower level, you might want to consider doing this off the horse. There are some locations on top of some of these roofs that you might find enjoyable. Unfortunately, you don't lose anything on death. So if you die, you can just, you know, respawn, come back in here, rinse and repeat. I hope that this was something that entertained or educated you. I appreciate you coming in. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you next time. Until then, happy hunting and happy trails.